Welcome to the session Conversion of Non-Deterministic Finite Automata to Deterministic Finite Automata. I am Ajay Laura. In the earlier session, we had discussed the conversion of regular expression to non-deterministic finite automata using function construction. In this session, we will discuss the conversion of Epsilon NFA to DFA using subset construction. Let's start the session. In subset construction, we have a NFA with or without epsilon. We will convert this NFA into DFA. The important step is to find out null closure. Null closure is find out for a set of state. In the first step, null closure will include all the states for which we want to find out null closure. In the second step, we will also include all states that are reachable from these states using null transition. Suppose we have two states Q1 and Q2 and we are interested to find out its null closure. So using step number 1, it will include Q1, Q2. And let's suppose from Q1 on reading of null transition, we are moving to Q3 state. So we will also include Q3 state. And suppose from Q3 on reading of null, we are moving to Q5. So we will also include Q5. Similarly, suppose from Q2, we have a null transition to Q4. So we will also include Q4. In this way, we can able to find out null closure of a set of state. Now suppose we want to convert A or B star into NFA using function construction. Then we want to apply subset construction to convert the NFA into DFA. So in function construction, A can be represented by two states. B can be represented by two states. For performing OR operation, we will add two states. And we will add 4 null transition. For performing clean closure, we will add 2 new state. This new state will be the initial state and this will become the final state. We will also include 4 null transition from this initial state to initial state of A or B, from the final state of A or B to new final state, from final state of A or B to the initial state of A or B, from initial state to the final state, now let's suppose we will assign them number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now we will apply subset construction. In subset construction, first we need to find out null closure of the initial state. So here initial state is 1. So we need to find out null closure of 1. So null closure of any state will include itself. So 1 will be there. Now there is a null transition from 1 to 2. So we will also include 2. There is a null transition from 1 to 8. So we will also include 8. There is a null transition from 2 to 3. So we will include 3. There is a null transition from 2 to 5. So we will also include 5. So this is a set of state. We can write down them in increasing order. So the set will remain same. Let's suppose we will call it as set A. So the DFA that we are generating will consist of a state A. And this is known as initial state. Now we will discuss what will happen if we will read A on A and B on A. So A on A means we will check 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 and we will check outgoing edge of A on this state. So if we will observe on 3, we have an outgoing edge of A and we are reaching to 4. On 1 there is no outgoing edge of A. On 2 there is no outgoing edge of A. On 5 there is no outgoing edge of A. On 8 there is no outgoing edge of A. Now on 3 we are reading A and we are moving to state number 4. Now we will find out null closure of 4. So null closure of 4 will include 4. It also includes the states that are reachable from 4 using null transition. So from 4 to 7, we are moving using null transition. So we will include 7. From 7 to 8, we are moving using null transition. So we will also include 8. From 7, we are moving to state number 2 using null transition. So we will include 2. From 2, we are moving to 3 and 5 using null transition. So we will include 3 and 5. If we will arrange them in increasing order, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And it is a different set from A. So we will call it as B. So on reading of A, we will move to a state B. Now we will consider B on A. So again, we will observe the same set 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. We will observe any outgoing edge of B on these states. So on 5, on reading of B, we are moving to 6. So now we will find out null closure of 6. So it includes 6. We are moving from 6 to 7 using null transition. So we will also include 7. From 7 to 8, we are moving using null transition. So we will include 8. From 7 to 2, we are moving using null transition. From 2 to 3 and 2 to 5, we are moving using null transition. So we will include 3 and 5. We can able to arrange the element of the set in increasing order. So it includes 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is a different set from A and B. So we will call it as C. Now we will consider set B. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. A on B. We are reading A on 3 and moving to 4. So sigma closure of 4, that is B. B on B. We are reading B on 5 and moving to 6. So sigma closure of 6 is C. So on reading of A, on B there is a self loop. On reading of B, on B, we are moving from B to C. Now we will discuss what will happen if we will read A on C. So C set includes 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. On reading of A on 3, we are moving to a state 4. We cannot able to read A on 2, A on 5, A on 6, A on 7, A on 8. So we will find out sigma closure of 4 that we had already determined, and it is equal to B. So on reading of A on C, we will move to state B. Now we will discuss B on C. So C is nothing but 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will read B on 5 and we will move to state number 6. So now we will find out sigma closure of 6, and sigma closure of 6 is C. So on reading of B on C, we will move to state number C. Now we will discuss how we can able to find out the final state of the NFA. In the given NFA, 8 is the final state. If a particular state include 8, so that state is counted as final state. So 8 is included in A, so A is a final state. 8 is included in B also, so B is also the final state. 8 is also included in C, so C is also the final state. So all three states A, B, C are final states. In the earlier session, we had converted A or B star B into NFA using Thomson construction, and suppose this will be the given NFA. Now we want to convert this NFA into DFA using subset construction. So here initial state is 1. So we will find out null closure of 1. So null closure of 1 will include 1. There is no null transition from 1. So it will remain 1. We can call it as set A. In the DFA, A will be the initial state. Now we will read A on A. Now on reading of A on state 1, we are moving to state number 2. So now we will find out sigma closure of 2. So sigma closure of 2 will include 2. Then there is a null transition from 2 to 3. So we will include 3. So we are moving from state 2 to 9 using null transition. So we will also include 9. There is a null transition from 3 to 4. So we will include 4. There is a null transition from 3 to 6. So we will include 6. We can arrange them in increasing order. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Let's call it as B. On reading of A, we will move to another state, that is B. Now we will discuss B on A. There is no outgoing H of B on state number 1. So reading of B is not possible on A. Now we will discuss A on B. So B is a set which include 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. And if we carefully observe 2, 3, 4, 6 and 9 on state number 4, if we will read A, we will move to state number 5. So now we will find out sigma closure of 5. Sigma closure of 5 will include 5. Then from 5, we are moving to 8 using null transition. From 8, we are moving to 9 using null transition. From 8, we are moving to state number 3 using null transition. From state 3, we are moving to state number 4 using null transition. From 3, we are moving to state number 6 using null transition. We can able to write down them in increasing order: 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and let's call it as C. So on reading of A, we will move to another state. Let's call it as C. Now we will discuss B on B. So B is a set that include 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. We can able to read B on 6 as well as on 9. So on reading of B on 6, we are moving to a state 7. And on reading of B on 7, we are moving to state number 10. So now we will find out sigma closure of 7 and 10. And it includes 7 and 10. And null transition from 7 and 10. So from 7, we are moving to 8 using null transition. So we will include 8. From 8, we are moving to 9 using null transition. So we will include 9. From 8, we are moving to state number 3 using null transition. So we will include 3. From state 3, we are moving to state 4 using null transition. From state 3, we are moving to state number 6 using null transition. So we will include 6. And it is a different set from A, B and C. Let's call it as a set D. So on reading of B on B, we will move to a state D. Now we will discuss A on C. So C is a set with 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And on 4, if I read A, we will move to state number 5. So sigma closure of 5 is C. So on reading of A on C, there is a self loop. Now we will discuss B on C. So C is nothing but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And on 6, on reading of B, we are moving to state 7. And on 9, on reading of B, we are moving to state number 10. Now we will find out sigma closure of 7 and 10. And we will get D state. So on reading of B on C, we will move to state number D. Now D is 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We will read A on D. So on 4, we are reading A. We are moving to state number 5. So we will find out sigma closure of 5, and sigma closure of 5 is nothing but it is C. So on reading of A on D, we are moving to state number C. Now we will discuss B on D. So D is 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we will read B on 6 and we are moving to state number 7, and we are reading B on 9 and we are moving to state number 10. So we will find out sigma closure of 7 and 10, and that is equivalent to D. There is a self loop of B on D. Now in our NFA, 10 is the final state and 10 is only included in D set. So we will call D as the final state in the DFA. Thanks for watching this session. In the next session, we will discuss two more examples to convert NFA into DFA using subset construction.